As for a little background, I am a complete vanilla girl. I love vanilla fragrances. Vanilla fragrances are my absolute favorite. So you're gonna see a lot of fragrances that have vanilla in them. I am not a huge gourmand person. And if you don't know what gourmand is, that's like fragrances that smell like baked goods. I'm not super big on those. I used to, but I do have a couple here that I love, and so let's just get into it. So at first, this is one of my newer fragrances. I got this one about a month ago. This is, and I'm sorry, it's going to be backwards to you, but if I remember, I will put the names on the screen if you are interested. So just don't worry, okay? So at first we have Naughty Vanilla Oud. And I really like this one because it has this really pretty tassel. The tassel is just so pretty and I love it so much. But this one is amazing. If I had to describe this fragrance, I would say that it smells like a boozy chocolate chip cookie. If you want to smell like a vanilla chocolate cookie, this is amazing. It actually smells very similar to if you took like the vanilla extract and you smelt it just straight out of the bottle. That is almost identical to what this smells like. It smells amazing. So if you want people to think that you just baked fresh cookies, this is definitely going to be the fragrance for you. It smells amazing. I love it so much. Up next, this is another vanilla fragrance. I'm a vanilla girl, so you're gonna get a lot of vanilla fragrances today, but this is, you probably have seen it before if you're big on perfumes, but this is Vanilla Bourbon by, I can't even remember the brand. Oh, Mix Bar, obviously. It's on the top of the, it's on the top. But, Vanilla Bourbon from Mix Bar. This one is another phenomenal fragrance. Very cheap too. I think these are like $10. You can get them from Target, or I think they have them on Amazon as well if you don't have a Target in your area. This one also smells like a baked good almost, but it's a little bit more subtle. There's almost a powdery aspect to it, like if you took like powdered sugar and vanilla extract and put them together. That is almost exactly what this fragrance smells like. It is divine. And I really like this fragrance because a little secret of mine, I like to take floral fragrances. I'm not a huge floral girl, but I do have a couple florals in my collection, and I really like to take a floral, and I'll show you the floral that I like to pair with it. I'll talk about it next, but I like to take florals and I mix it with the Vanilla Bourbon by Mix Bar. It is amazing. if you don't like florals, I think this one is amazing. It smells clean and it's uplifting. It's like if you're having a bad day and you just smell this one, it's gonna make you feel better, I promise. This fragrance will walk into any room before you do, and it will steal the show. Anytime I wear this fragrance, people ask me, what am I wearing? And so, but it's amazing. I really like to mix these two together, but I also like to mix this with the Choco Musk. I will show you that one next. I really like to mix this with any rich fragrance, like any fragrance that is very vanilla strong or cacao strong or anything like that. Mixing a deep, rich, decadent fragrance with this Versace Bright Crystal. It's a showstopper. Anytime I mix this with the Mix Bar or the Choco Musk, people are like, you smell amazing. It's 10 out of 10. So if you have not tried Versace Bright Crystal, definitely check it out. You won't regret it. So up next, I really should have just put all my fragrances right here, but you know, it is what it is. But up next, like I discussed, we have Choco Musk. Now mine has been through like 3 moves, so the container is a little janky. But this is a Middle Eastern fragrance, and I had this fragrance before it even went like super viral on TikTok, and I was so happy that it was getting the recognition that it deserved, because this fragrance smells amazing. Amazing. This is another like almost powdered sugar, chocolatey, decadent, and super, super sweet fragrance. And sometimes if you pair it by itself, it can be a little too much or even maybe a little underwhelming. But pairing this with like the Versace Bright Crystal or any other like more upbeat type of fragrance will really, really help bring out the notes that are in this one. This one is amazing and I love it. So up next, this is actually a newer one to my collection. I've only had this one for a couple of weeks, but it has made its way to the top of the list. I am obsessed with this fragrance, okay? This is Nebras Elixir, and this is another Middle Eastern fragrance. Middle Eastern fragrances are my favorite. I think almost every fragrance we talked about has been Middle Eastern except for 2. So I love this fragrance. Oh my goodness, this fragrance is fragrance reminds me of like your skin, but better. I feel like this fragrance will make your natural pheromones come out so much stronger, and it'll just sit on your skin and just radiate the most beautiful fragrance ever. It is amazing. It's sweet and like I said, it smells almost like cashmere or cocoa butter. If you can imagine cocoa butter, but like in a perfume. That is almost exactly what this smells like. It is amazing. It's very milky and creamy, and I promise you, if you just have like a vanilla lotion and you mix this with that or even some cocoa butter, this will leave the most amazing scent on your skin, and you will get people chasing you down, wondering what you're wearing, because it smells so good. It's amazing. This one is a little different than the vibe that we had going on for all the previous fragrances. So this is actually almost like a travel size. I do not have this in the full size fragrance, and also this is I guess you could say a knockoff or a dupe of the original, but I just feel like this smells so good that it has to smell like the real thing. So this is a perfume oil it's actually in a roller ball, so if you can see that, it's a roller ball. But this is supposed to be a dupe of the Moschino Funny fragrance. So this is actually a fragrance that is from like the 90s, early 2000s. It was very popular. And it's not so popular now, I don't think, but I discovered it off of Instagram. I was looking up fragrances that smell like a yoga mom because I love the yoga mom aesthetic. And I was like, I want to smell like a yoga mom. So I found Moschino Funny, but I didn't want to commit to the full bottle because I'm not a huge floral fragrance type of person. So I didn't want to commit to buying the full bottle, so I just ordered this, which is like a dupe, just to see if I would like it. The main note that I smell in this fragrance is green tea. This smells like citrus and green tea. That is all that you will smell. So I think that this is perfect for springtime and summertime if you want to smell almost like clean laundry. This is perfect. So I actually purchased this off of Amazon. It's the brand, I'll put it on the screen, but this is the Myris number 12503. If you do want to pick it up, I'm not sponsored, I'm not being paid to talk about it, I'm just, there might be someone who wants it, so there you go. But if you did wear the Moschino Funny like in the 90s or in the early 2000s, definitely let me know there's a shelf below it that's full of fragrances. I also have a lot of fragrances that are in like a storage container that I have in my closet. So if you are interested in a part 2, definitely let me know. So next up we have this fragrance, which is also kind of like a dupe, I'm not gonna lie. This fragrance is definitely inspired by a very popular fragrance, and that's why I bought it, because I love spending very little money, but being able to smell like I spent $100. So this is the Club de Nuit, and it is by Armif. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry. This fragrance is inspired, or so I think, by the Coco Chanel, or Coco Mademoiselle, Coco Chanel Mademoiselle. But a lot of people say that it smells like a cross between the Mademoiselle and the Gabrielle fragrance. I think I'm not familiar with them too much, but I have smelled the Coco Mademoiselle. I have smelled that one. I have a family member who that's actually her signature scent, and so very familiar with the smell. And I can tell you that this is almost spot on. Oh my goodness. It's like, have you ever smelled a woman who works a very high quality type job, I guess you could say? Like, have you ever met someone who works like in finance, or a lawyer, or I don't know, a woman who just means business? That is exactly what this fragrance smells like. It smells like a businesswoman, and I love it. I'm not a businesswoman, but sometimes I do like to cosplay as a businesswoman, and I like to pretend like I'm a businesswoman. And so when I'm in that type of mood, that is what I will wear. I think if you are going to a job interview or something important, this is the perfect fragrance. And again, the Coco Mademoiselle fragrance is very expensive. I believe the fragrance is like over $100. So being able to wear something that smells almost identical, but you don't have to pay that much, I think this is definitely a win-win. I love this fragrance so much. So that is all of the fragrances that I have today. I love fragrances so much. I have been obsessed with fragrances since I was like a little girl, honestly. My grandma used to wear like, I think it's like Elizabeth Arden, like the sunflower fragrance, or Red Door, or I don't know, or White Diamonds. I think that one's by Elizabeth Taylor. So growing up, my grandma had a lot of fragrances, and she always smelled so good. And I remember being like, I wish that I could smell as good as her. So once I was able to buy my own fragrances, I started sometimes I still get wrapped up in that, and I'm like, I want to buy so many fragrances, every fragrance that I think sounds good, or any fragrance that an influencer will promote. I am like on it. So, over the past couple years, I've had to really calm myself down and just try to use up a lot of the fragrances that I already have, because I don't think anyone needs like 1,000 fragrances, but I mean, you do you, and you do what makes you happy. So, yeah, I love fragrances, and I love talking about fragrances. And so, if you enjoyed this video, or if you want